Hi everyone, it's Justine. You know I like to wear lipstick, and under each one of my videos there is always the question, Justine, which color are you wearing today exactly? So I thought I'd show you what I have and discuss something that is even more interesting. Would these colors fit you? How to know? Finding the right shade of lipstick, especially red, takes a bit of practice, so I'm going to demonstrate how I do it. First, your undertone. Even within a range of lipsticks that all seem red, there are still cool reds and warm reds. It's just harder to differentiate than when you're looking at different colors. I did a video on how to tell which undertone you have, and that's important for the rest of this video, so I link that previous one here in the corner and down below in the description. Well, your lipstick should follow the same rule. If your face looks cool, pinkish, you have a blue undertone, your veins here are blue, you'll see that in the other video, then you're looking for cool shades of lipstick in the family of pink, something that has a blue tone coming out through the red, or anything tending towards purple, because purple is actually red plus blue. Then if your undertone is warm, if you look more golden, orangish, you have green veins here coming out through your arm, then you want lipsticks that go in the same direction as well. Cool, warm. So far, so good. And then compare, compare, compare. When you're shopping for lipsticks, start by finding a pure red, a classic red. I apply a bit of this one here first as a benchmark against which I will compare all the others. My benchmark is this one, which you've seen me wearing in many videos. This one is my go-to. Then you can start trying on lipsticks you like. Always make sure to swatch the colors here on the inside of your arm or a place of your body that isn't too tan so that you see the true colors. Now I will show you first the warm shades. This one is a slightly brighter red than the benchmark. It's probably even hard to see on camera. This gets a bit warmer, not wild, it's still pretty close to the benchmark. Then this one here is a bit brighter still. And now we see a clear jump. This one is suddenly a lot more orange. Can you tell the difference? The last three I showed are these three here. 1, 2, 3. You can see this MAC one is a lot more orange. That's the point of comparing different colors. Here you can clearly see the difference when you hold them next to each other. But it gets a lot more orange than this one still. This one is now very orange, very warm. This one here is a bit different. The fact that it is a gloss makes it less intense in color, but it's clearly golden. You can already tell just by looking at the tube. Finally, this one is a coral shade with a metallic effect. So again, it's a bit harder to judge than with the matte shade, but it is on the warm side. Now let's move on to the other side of the spectrum. Let's look at cooler shades. We're going towards Bordeaux red, burgundy, and at the end we'll even get purple. First we have this one, slightly deeper than our benchmark. This one is a bit more muted and a bit darker. This Givenchy one is slightly more purple. And when you see this one, you start to wonder, is it still red or is it purple? It's somewhere in between. We've reached the limit. I often wear a shade from this group here. They're not too bright. They work well with many different outfit colors. I find them very classy. That's my style. Now let's look at pink shades for a minute. Where do pinks belong in terms of color temperature? Let's see. This is what you typically call a pink lipstick, right? That's a basic pink. This one is very similar. It just has a different texture. This Dior one is also pink, but it starts to tend towards mauve. I hope you can see that on your screen. It is a little bit purple, but a light purple. Here is the moment when you start wondering, okay, is this one still pink or is it already purple? We're at the limit again. Now this one is more purple than pink, and at the end of the range you have purple, just very purple. These are the last three that I showed in this range. The first pink one, the middle one tending towards purple, and the last one which is clearly purple. You can see that they all belong together as a family. So everything from pink to purple is usually cool toned. Here you see again the full range that I just tested, grouped by temperature. The warm group on the left, the classic reds in the center, and then the cool pink and purple reds. It's always a lot easier when you proceed like this by comparison. The bigger the range, the easier it is. But with a bit of practice and with time, you'll be able to look at just one lipstick alone and say this is clearly blue, this is clearly orangish. It's just a matter of practice. Gloss versus matte or creamy. The texture of the lipstick can vary. You saw a few examples here. Something that's matte or creamy will always look more intense in color than a gloss. So if you want to try something new, let's say something that's a little bit on the warm side, but you're not sure it will actually fit you, you can start by experimenting with a gloss first. And if that looks good, move on to creamy and more intense textures. Trial and error. You will pick lipsticks, walk out of the store, try the lipstick on when you're at home and think, this is not what I thought it was, how come? Daylight matters, it changes the way you see color versus artificial light in a store. The rest of your outfit, the rest of your makeup, your hair color of the day, everything matters as well. There are multiple factors. So if you do happen to get a color that doesn't work for you in the end, keep the lipstick and compare it with the next ones you'll buy so that next time you know what to stay away from and you'll be smarter. You might also wonder, I want to go in the direction of dark reds. How far can I go? Generally speaking, the deeper your skin, the more darker, deeper and even brown reds will suit you well in general, but you still have to try. Try dark, darker, 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 until you get to the point where you think, okay, that one is too dark, it doesn't work for me anymore. And then go back to the previous shade, that's your new darkest as you can go red. And that's it, trial and error. I hope this sampling of many different colors was helpful. If yes, thumbs up. Thank you so much. When you're in a store, don't hesitate to try on several lipsticks. That's really what the tester products are there for. Try a pure red, a really different orange red, a really different purple red, and then try to order all the other ones in between until you find one that works for you. The same principles apply to hair color, except that you can't experiment as much before you have to decide on a color. I did a video on hair color and undertones. If you want to watch it, it's linked here and down below in the description. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you're interested in fashion, color and style, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.